So Google I/O keynote just dropped. It actually dropped a few days ago, but since I have like 7 subscribers, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I'm actually worried. First of all, it's the most expensive subscription model I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sure there are more expensive subscriptions out there, but max on one subscription, which includes Cinema 4D, ZBrush, Red Giant, Redshift, and also ZBrush for iPad, is $149 a month, or $104 a month billed annually, just to give you a perspective of the situation here. Now, the whole conversation of subscription-based models and the fact that we don't own anything anymore is another entire video, which is not relevant to this channel. But what is relevant is this. AI is now on a whole new level, and it's really scary. With the new Google Veo 3 model, you can start a YouTube channel from scratch, generate photorealistic videos with audio 1,000 times faster and more efficient than a human can do. You can generate promotional videos for social media, which is my profession, or was. You can generate music videos, which was something I was really into since I was a teenager. I always wanted to learn filmmaking and shoot music videos, or album covers, which was one of the reasons I actually started learning photography. Marketing materials, app demos, they're just all a prompt away now. Watching the Google I/O keynote, I couldn't tell that the video I was watching was AI generated. And I guess I have to mention that I'm a digital artist, and if I cannot tell that it's fake, then no one can. Which reminded me of that quote from Westworld 2016.
Are you real?
Well, if you can't tell, does it matter?
Yes, of course it matters. And this is really scary, okay? Because soon YouTube is gonna be full of AI generated video, and I won't be able to tell which one is real and which one is not. The reason these videos are so photorealistic is obviously because they're trained on YouTube videos, and I think that's really interesting to know. Though there is no official information, but Google owning YouTube, what else would they train their models on, right? Speaking of YouTube, tutorials seem to be doomed as well, thanks to the Google AI Studio. And that hurts because this channel is going to be partially Blender tutorials. I mean, I wanted to become a YouTuber since I was 16 years old, and that's 10 years ago. And now I finally have the skills, the experience, and the gear to become a YouTuber, and I feel like I'm a little too late. Because AI generated content is going to flood the entire platform. And for you faceless YouTubers out there, you don't need to be faceless no more. All the social media and creative platforms are now filled with AI generated content. And some of them actually look really good, I have to say. But they ain't real. Take Pinterest, for example. My all-time favorite platform is now filled with AI generated garbage. Pinterest used to be the platform where creators and designers went to get inspired, and now it's just all pretty garbage. Take ArtStation, for example, a platform where professional artists post their work. Stuff that take them tens, even hundreds of hours to create, and now you can just upload an AI generated image and call it your art. About, I think 2 years ago, there was a protest going on ArtStation with artists posting no AI over and over again. And it worked. Now ArtStation has an AI generated filter, and I think more platforms need to include this, like Pinterest or YouTube. Label the AI stuff, because we really cannot tell the difference anymore. Let us know what's real and what's not. Look, AI is really impressive, alright? I really like ChatGPT. I use it a lot, I use it all the time. It solved problems for me that no one and no other tool ever could. Like this time, I had to create a texture from a very specific stone, and the texture just didn't exist online, and ChatGPT generated one in a few seconds. I just gave it this picture of the stone and asked for a texture, and here it is. It even gave me a roughness map, and a normal Mac. Like, what more would I really want, right? But the real problem isn't with the tool, it's with the jobs. The first professionals to get hit by AI were graphic designers, because after summarizing documents, that was the next thing that AI got really good at. I have graphic designer friends who are seriously thinking about leaving the industry, going to the mountains, milking cows just to feel useful again. After years of education and practice, their work can be replaced in seconds and for free. I have a friend who used to be a web developer, and it was first Squarespace, then Wix, and then ChatGPT started generating functional code. Now with Google AI Studio, you can create entire websites and apps with a single prompt, and even get the code. That friend is now thinking about traveling the world in painting and selling his art. And as a CGI artist, I feel like I'm next. There are studios building pipelines for AI-generated movies right now, AI-generated YouTube channels, and AI-generated influencers. And it's all happening in real time. And it's all happening real fast. We're using AI wrong. And by we, I mean us humans with our big companies. We don't need photorealistic videos with audio. Filmmaking equipment literally exists, okay? There are much bigger problems like global warming and poverty and war. But instead, AI is becoming the new war. There is an upside to all of these though. Just like every other media, once the market gets flooded with AI-generated music videos and AI-generated movies, the real ones will stand out and be worth more. Like when photography was first invented, everybody thought that painting is going to be dead in a few years. But it's still very relevant and still more valuable than photography. Or when digital photography came along, everybody thought that 35mm film photography will be dead. But it became more rare and more expensive and more valuable. All photographers out there know that there is a certain look to film photography that you simply cannot replicate with digital photography and editing. Another upside, maybe, is that this technology will force us creators to be even more creative and create more meaningful art. But that's me being as optimistic as I could ever be. Because once you publish your work, AI will just swallow it and get trained on it. And it'll learn to mimic it better than you. I can't stress this enough. So many jobs are about to disappear, and most of them are creative jobs. Filmmaking, digital art, graphic design, and so many creative professionals have already lost their jobs. We've all seen the chart. You know the one, the AI takeover timeline, the curve that suddenly shoots up. Well, I think with the Google I/O keynote, it just happened. The takeover isn't coming, it's here. But it's not going to look like what the sci-fi genre always warned us about, with killer robots and explosions and stuff. AI isn't going to dominate us because it wants to. Domination is a human trait. AI doesn't want power. AI doesn't want domination. AI doesn't have feelings, alright? But the people in charge do. It's the capitalist corporations, the billionaires, the tech giants. They will use AI to dominate us. To cut costs, remove people, and increase control. And it's already happening right in front of us. I used to play Cyberpunk 2077 thinking, is this how the future is going to look like in 2077? Now, I wish that was the future. At least it looked cool, right? That's why Cyberpunk 2077 is one of my all-time favorite games. And now, I think it's going to look much worse than that and much sooner than 2077. I saw a reel on Instagram not long ago, doom scrolling on my phone. Just a guy sitting with his phone, and the caption said, "Why would I talk to people when I have my best friend in my pocket?" And he meant ChatGPT. And hey, like I said, I love ChatGPT, alright? It's helped me with so many creative problems I couldn't solve on my own. But still, that reel really broke my heart. It reminded me of Her, the 2013 movie. A lonely guy falling in love with an AI girlfriend. That film felt like science fiction back then. Now, it's real. It's here. There are already AI girlfriend services, tons of them. Platforms like Replica and Anima. They offer customizable AI companions. Are we really that far gone? I have a beautiful girlfriend, a lovely relationship, and baby, if you're watching this, I love you. Is it really that hard to have a meaningful relationship with a human? This is truly terrifying, okay? And all I can say is that I'm worried. I'm worried about my future as a CGI artist and as a content creator, as someone trying to make a living off of creativity and sharing knowledge, and as a human being living in this society. But does that mean I'm giving up? Packing it all and moving to a village to start growing organic strawberries? Actually, that would be pretty cool. Of course not. I'll adapt, I'll keep creating, because that's the only choice I have if I want to survive in this new dystopian world.